Okay, so this is the half treble, also known as the half double crochet in American, but I will be using UK and Australian rest of world language. So today it is a half treble. So this is your chain 10 that we did previously. For a half treble, because it is a slightly larger stitch than what we have been doing, this is the largest stitch we've done so far. This is the double crochet, and each turning chain on each side was one chain. The half treble is larger than that, so we need to add extra turning chains. So we have our chain of 10, and now we need to do 2 extra chains. 1, 2. And we're starting in the 3rd chain from the hook. So there's the 2 that we've made. This is the start of your 10 chain that we made previously. That's the one we're starting in. So we're going to go yarn over into the 3rd chain from the hook, yarn over, pull it through. You now have 3 little loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull it through all 3. Makes a little bunch up stitch like that. Okay, so we're going to go all the way across. So we go yarn over into the next chain, yarn over, pull it through, so you have 3 loops, yarn over, and pull that one through all 3. And again, yarn over into the next chain, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through all 3. Next one, yarn over into the chain, yarn over, pull it through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull it through. This one is slightly more difficult to pull through the loops because there's more of them, and sometimes you'll find your yarn is a bit splitty and you might not go through the whole thing. So if you find you're tugging it through and it's not coming, or you can't, it's too tight and you can't pull that up there, instead of doing that, just take it out carefully, put your hook back in and start again. That's called frogging it, because we are ribbing out the stitches. It's also called undoing your work, but we have a sense of humor, so we're going to call it frogging. Ribbit, ribbit. So yarn over into the chain, yarn over, pull it through, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull it through all 3, yarn over into the next chain, yarn over, pull it through, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull it through. Let's check how many we've done by counting the tops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't count your 2 turning chain. They're just there for turning, not for counting. So we're now going to go all the way to the end. Exactly the same. Through all 3. If you do need to follow this along and you find I'm going too fast, or you want to stop and start, that's fine. You will find that YouTube has a setting on there that you can slow this right down to half speed, or speed it up a bit if I'm boring you, which is fine too. But it's all in the settings button at the top of your YouTube screen, I think it is. Got that one through there. This is the last one. And pull that through there. So as you can see, this is a much larger stitch than what we've done before. In comparison, this is 2 rows of double crochet, practically the same height. So 2 rows of double crochet, 1 row of half treble. compare that one to the slip stitch that we did earlier. That's 2 rows of slip stitch, slightly smaller than 1 row of half treble. So now we're going to do the next row. So if you remember, we did 2 turning stitches here. You need to do 2 turning stitches here to bring that stitch up to the next level. So that's what we're going to do. 1, 2, and you turn it that way, right over left. And we're going to go all the way along. So here we go. Yarn over into, we've done two turning chain, 1, 2. So going into stitch. Remember, when you're going into a stitch, you need to go under both parts of the V, not just the front part or the back part. It needs to be under both parts. You're not splitting it in the middle. Oops, like that. Not doing that today. Under both. All the way along. Right, yarn over. You got 3 on the hook. Through you go. Yarn over. Through the next one. Yarn over. Put it through. Yarn over. Put it through. So these are half trebles all the way along. These are the equivalent to 2 double crochets in height, 2 slip stitches, maybe 2.5 slip stitches in height. And each time you add a yarn over, like that, it makes the height of the stitches increase, which is why we build up to them, so that you know what you're doing. All the way along, through the stitch, yarn over, 3 on the hook, yarn over, through all 3. You don't need to pull, you don't need to tug on this tension. It works itself out beautifully in this stitch. And it also makes quite an attractive stitch with not too much effort. It's not the fastest stitch, and it does eat a little bit of your yarn. However, it's very satisfying to work. So all the way through. Okay, so just remember not to work into the turning stitches, but just the actual half trebles that we did before. Let's count them. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 2 turning stitches, which is exactly right. So let me put these in comparison to the ones we already have. So there is your half treble. Let's get these the right way around. That is your double crochet. This one is the slip stitch. Now these are 2 rows of each. Apart from this one, this is a chain. That's your beginning chain. And as you can see, we've worked up, we now know 4 stitches. Chain, slip stitch, double crochet, and half treble. And look at the difference you've made. Look how far you've come. Well done, everyone. Good work.